Family Leonardo, me Nasila did on multimedia, the CEO voice of Salon. Today I come for talk to now, my family, make una continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share to our friends them. As we always try to bring on the latest news what they happen around Salon, whether it be politics or any other news them, what they happen or gossip, what they bring out to live and direct. So please, my family, don't forget to subscribe and share to our friends them. You wanna touch the bell icon so that you don't miss any video we will try for bring out to now. So that's also we want make una don't forget also for subscribe to we TikTok channel on TikTok and also on Facebook or Facebook page or the Voice of Salon or also the on Instagram Voice of Salon, please family. And don't forget to share. Okay, thank you now. Tata.
Me family, una good evening, una good afternoon, or una good morning. This na una program again, Salon Cashbox. Me family, today na the 9th of May 2025. May 9, 2025. You know, Salon people, surely I won't believe say, Bob Marley night, May 11. So I think it's 2 days away. It was such a big thing, that's alone. But Salon people, today can talk about the anemic people, produces Bamfa politicians. Salon people, I think the state of anemia now weighs in term, I don't know, the doctors that go correct me. Like say, get too much iron in your body. Sometimes, your red blood cells, they may produce enough oxygen. Something like that. I hope I'm right. And please, the medical people, una correct me there. Because we are not well grounded. The anemic people, they produce so banfa politicians then. Some people, when you look at we politicians, them, in a defined way, this is nothing where we don't say over the years, and me especially don't say this thing over and over for the last 7 odd years. Some people, we politicians, them, a product of we. For the fact that one party they claim say they win election, but they say no, let me move on because we want 10 years. Now, as a result of how they see we, I remember growing up, when somebody want to tell you, like you will say, how you see me, man. Now, how you see me, now I make you feel. Look, it is just as simple as that. Me not person we don't like false life. I hate being fake. I hate it. I hate that word when you say na packaging. I don't like it. But some people, if even a full like una try for package, make these politicians and okay una go or don't one day. They will render your lives useless. They'll kill you slowly. Salon is a slow poison in the give una with their decisions. Every time, oh God, I see certain things. I remember, I think Ibrahim was saying something about, himself and, a wife. They actually take a stroll around the neighborhood, and then he saw this very good and beautiful lawn, clean lawn, the grass then. And say, he think about Salon. Honestly, Salon people, every time I listen, I hear, I see things them, all I think is about Salon. For put Salon into perspective. How salon go be better off, and how salon people them go live a better life. That's all I dream of. That's all I think about. That's all I think about. Salon people waiting draw me for make this audio today and title me audio the anemic people, and they produce Bamfa picking them, Bamfa politicians. I was listening to a video where I see of Abdul Kagbo. They talk about the hair fare, like the tickets price them for plane prices them for go salon in Africa, or in and out of salon, or in and out of Africa. It was talking to the ECOWAS, addressing the parliament. You see, salon people, you see, this nothing where somebody be don't say in the past, where I think quite recently I listened to Imran T as well, where I think he referenced that point where he be say, when doctors then they make a mistake, now this is how one person could be affected, and then they kind of like, check in mental state, scrutinize them, go back and kind of like go look and say if this man good enough for practice, or this woman good enough for practice going forward. When an engineer make mistake, like a few people, it go affect one or two, and give the list and stuff like that. But the people that were responsible for make decisions them on we behalf, that them we just they go give all kind of authority, all kind mortal man we dey go give. Either they say, oh, na the school my in brother, oh, this na the school my in body, oh, this na Minkailu in body, oh, this na Yansane in body, oh, this na Samura Kamara in body, oh, this na Chaikoko in body. Now they can mortal man they go make decisions on we behalf. Una they joke. Those things are the things that way they affect Una big time. Forget about the MCC money. The MCC money now it's a product of the useless politicians you have. A country where like they give license to a company where they make 400 million every year, but yet for 400 million, we've been waiting since we won this threshold program in National Color back in 2013. For 12 good years, we've been waiting for like this compact. And they only offer 480 million. For 12 good years, a company, they make 400 million every year from salon. So that 12 years, it's about $4.8 billion. Then go don't make in a salon for the 12 good years where we've been wait for. 4.8 billion. Then they can offer we 480 million for MCC. And then we begin to jump with the glad. It tells you the kind of politicians they were with the produce. Exact 10%. Now they give. Can you imagine? Exactly 10% of waiting don't make potentially. Or when they don't make, not even potentially, they don't make them, they don't forget about that. Now, if they can offer we as a free money, even that they don't cancel them back. Can you imagine the mindset? It's because of the politicians. When I forget about saying I'm waiting man in the doing so. No. Now because we're useless. And now because we're the people now as a result of we the people the politicians the way they produce now a direct reflection of we how we they think. I was listening to Abdul Kagbo. Imagine your big title, an opposition leader. They talk about like the reason them the airfare, how like they charge because of the tax system. Oh, now they make, if you go Guinea, they say you will get tickets for less than $500 of the price because it's cheaper in Guinea. So they need for talk to governments them, maybe they reduce the tax system. You see, these are all things them where they are clueless. No get clue. I understand. Maybe it's not a finance person. I understand. But this is the reason why you get like people them way for day around you, experts them from different areas the way they advise you. You don't really understand why salon tickets. You see, I don't tell you now. To everything, to every pricing strategy, There is a risk factor in it. Every pricing strategy, there is a risk factor to it. Do you know why? The chunk of the reason why we prices in a salon high, it is because of risk. The insurance. To go to Sierra Leone, the plane them, it's very costly for insure the plane them for go salon. Very, very costly. Because of the political atmosphere. Because of when they conduct election, when say we move on. That is very, very costly to salon. But when need to say, I talk to some people in Maria. Talk to somebody. I tell them, say, look, risk, the word risk, salon people them, it also mean volatility, movement up and down. When something not stable, they move up and down too frequently, it is very volatile and very risky. In the finance world, and they say the VIX, that's so they measure them. You know, salon people are telling about the Sharpe ratio. Where like the Sharpe ratio, where they measure, you can make more profit, but since that profit the way you make, it get beaucoup, it entangled with too high risk. Financiers, then by the way, man, go into that. So you finance students, go and search it up. It's Sharpe, but with an E. So Sharpe ratio, just go and search it up, and you can study about it. You see, salon people, but risk also is within the mathematicians them been the call, or way back in the days when they call standard deviation. I think I don't talk about this. Standard deviation. The word itself, standard deviation. In other words, you deviate from your standard. You move away from your normal position. You move away from like waiting now the status quo. You move away from the status quo. Standard deviation. In other words, if China say na communism then they practice, if they try to move away from waiting people and know them for, you know, the standard of communism where the people them first and all that thing and the demon say they're moving away from the standard where they know them for. Now, this my papa can say, like, what me one parable where my papa they say, if now you name Kakadebul, say now you name Kakadebul. The moment you begin to drag them, Kakadebul, it means you are moving away from your standard, your normal self. It means you're becoming risky. Because now you name Kakadebul. But the moment you begin to drag them, Kakadebul, it will make you move away from your norm, from your standard. That is risk. So, some people, if Guinea now military government, you see like how that guy in Burkina Faso they do right now, military government, and they do things them about the people like they know and say na norm because the democracy don't fail them. It's the same way so na salon. The democracy where they try for practice, we now don't move away from that democracy. People are now telling us, say, results, no, they will let we move away. That in itself, it's a huge, huge risk. And as a result, it affects the pricing to everything where we deal with na salon. Now I make the cancel MCC money. Now I make World Bank or IMF cancel like the SDR, the special drawing rights where we get with them. You name them. And we don't like for talk about World Bank and IMF because for me, we don't even need them. You see, salon people, I hear this guy, they talk about like Abdul, oh, the pricing, the tax them. It's because these guys, they don't even know what in actually tax mean. It is because we don't make tax become like a revenue generating unit. Tax not to for collect revenue for a country alone. I don't say this be in the past. Tax you can use for control inflation or for release money into the system for economic growth. Tax is not the end, it is the means to the end. You can either use them for withdraw money from people, so you control inflation by controlling their disposable income. Or you can either use them for kind of like release money. In other words, reduce the tax rate. So you allow people to get more disposable income for economic growth. It depends. So tax is not there, but this guy just you don't know. Oh, they tax them, but then they tax them, they fear them. Now they cause this trouble. No, it is the risk we entangle to it. You know, that's what today on Bloomberg, you know, IAG, you know, like I think that international is that IAG means like international consolidation of aircraft or airline group, you know, that they own, you know, BA. Salon people, I saw that the news today, IAG don't place order for Boeing and Airbus planes them for 71 plane them. 71. Some massive one them and some medium-sized one them. 71. It cost them about $10 billion. 10 billion. You know, IAG, their market capitalization, I for me say their worth, but I don't want to say so because valuing a company, it can come out from market capitalization. It can come out from like, you know, the PE ratio. It can come out from the assets. It can come out from the future, you know, cash flows. It can come out, you know, you can use different ways but IAG, the market capitalization, in other words, waiting the market value them. Because salon people have market capitalization or, you know, capitalism, it display democracy in the finance world. It display democracy where people get their say based on the news of the company, whether bad or good news. So bad news, people sell their shares, it affects their share price. Good news, it increases their share price. You know, that's the democracy in the finance world when you talk about capitalism. So like market capitalization is the democracy. People get their say. So the value of that company. IAG, the market capitalization, it's about 17 billion, 18 billion dollars. It begs the question, a company we're worth 17, 18 billion dollars, salon people, now a company that they were able afford for buy 17, look what I say 17, 71 plane them. Massive one them included. Massive one. A company we're worth $17 billion. So now make a no use of the market capitalization because imagine they don't buy this fleet of assets as well. You add that, say 10 billion. So it cannot be like the company would not be valued as, you know, it's just like people in perception, how they see them. Negative news, bad news, good news, and all that. They reflect on that market capitalization. So you can look at the future cash flow, which is sometimes is the best way, sometimes, for know how much you want to buy the company. But the point I'm trying to make, based on the market capitalization, 17, 18 billion, but they're able to buy, plane them, brand new from Airbus and Boeing, 71, will cost them about $10 billion. But Salon, where Sidom pan iron ore, where was about $1.6 trillion, not able to buy even oh my God, not able to buy even common private jet for a country, but rather they go and pick rotten plane them when you want to kill people and they be there. It tells you the mindset. Some people, this is the reason we make a title this audio say anemic people produces Bamfa politicians. Some people are waiting on the play show with these politicians. Now it make people in getting for it. Now it make water not there in the country. Imagine every time I can talk about water, self, a country where surrounded with 7 or 8 major rivers, fresh water. Then they get the thing where they take purify water. One of the things where they purify water with now bauxite. We get water, fresh water, not salt water. Dubai. Now salt water. Now they use. They freshen them up for make it become drinking water. Far side. Now desert tobacco. They purify them. Salt water, wind. Now fresh water. 7 major rivers. River Sewa, Great Scarces, Little Scarces, Rokel River, the Moa River. I don't know. Don't forget me social study days back like the primary school. With all that. And then we get it away for purify the water back. But yet still we don't. Salon. Politician. I don't know if I forswear the politician there or now we the people themselves I forswear because now we wicked. Now we they produce these idiots. They talk to somebody today. He say, it's like I say some of these educated politicians and they like full man them so they can turn them. Imagine Maada Bio, 20-something years, they in get woke. Just because they say, oh, because of Mende. Now we gotta talk, say, hey, I don't blame tribalism. It's education where we lack. Exposure. Now we lack. That is the problem. Because they country they have regionalism they play. You go to see the Scottish English man, they call them Scottish. Oh, then they call them Northerners them. Then they call them Southerners them. They get a basis them. They particular, they get a basis them. But you know what? When it comes to election, they look beyond that. They look at waiting they put food on the table. Waiting like the economic policies, the immigration policies. But yet still, they don't get tribal, but they get region. Where they fight with them. But Una now because of lack of exposure. This thing Una they joke with so. You see, now in the cost Una don't understand why Una pull. Now as a result of we. And I know people are growing to that place. I know we're getting there. But still, imagine people and brag for saying we move on in this mess. Una know how it cost we. Una know how it cost we. Una know for the fact that the standard, we're moving away from the standard. You deviating from the standard. Whenever you deviate from the standard, it creates a risk. It is risky. Whenever you move away from your standard, you become risky. That is what is affecting Salon. And people in the brag. Hey, look, Samura Kamara lost this fight. But you know what's happened? Investors, then do due diligence. Then they see and say, this is not a country where now a bubble where they wait for boss. It just they wait for one person just go chook no more with him fingernail or fen pin and chook him. Hey, the boss, hey, the scatter. They know that. They do due diligence. They know. Like right now, they so they will see and say, it's in the military because the constitution give the military the power. What if the military call it one day? They don't know the instability, the uncertainty. These are all things the way they create risk and they cause poverty in a nation. When I see Donald Trump in position, because at times when they say they talk to today, they talk other thing tomorrow. As a result, it cause instability, uncertainty. Now there is a capital flight. Now it's time for bio back and come inside. Some people don't let for joke with these things them way huge now on a life. Una they joke, the thing them way una not for joke with now una they joke with. But the reason why we are here now for make we tell una the thing them way they affect una. I know it is difficult to see these things the way they say. You cannot see with your eye, with your naked eye. I understand. But trust what I am telling you. It affect, it get direct impact now on the lifestyle. Una stop. Now this lima man can say, Pia, una left. This will cost you one day. It will cost you guys. Anyway, I left una in peace. Una take care, but I want to make way una pillar. Talk to una today. Whilst una the sleep. The family, this now on the program. Salon Cashbox. And God bless you now. And I get a very lovely evening. Thank you.